Another year comes to a close and What to Play is back again for your annual dose of the best games of the year. What to Play presents 10 of the best Android titles this year, all arranged by play scores, of course. To check out the full list, visit whatoplay.com. You can take part in our rankings by leaving reviews of the games that you played. This video is sponsored by Gold Inc., a free-to-play gold mining game that lets you earn real-life money right from your mobile phone. More about them later in the video. Starting off at 10th place is Catopia Rush. We open our list with a fresh yet familiar take on cats in video games. Catopia's anthropomorphized felines bear themselves in its vast world, teeming with monsters and treasures. It's simple, and it's intended for casual players who both love cats and one-button games. This hassle-free control system makes it great for relaxing after a long day at work. If you're not smashing foes and taking down bosses, the game has plenty to offer in challenges to face and characters to unlock, all with the mindless ease of little taps on a screen. GameZebo gave it an 8, saying, quote, "It'll fill up some little play sessions nicely, and it's got enough going for it to keep you entertained for longer if that's what you're after," unquote. A play score of 8.43. Ninth on our list is Botworld Adventure. Being adorable is probably one of the more important requirements of a successful Android title. Fortunately for Featherweight's open-world RPG, its technopunk future is littered with vibrant colors. Like Pokemon, but with robots, scavenge for scrap around its world and find the perfect parts to make new mechanical buddies. Travel from arid deserts to lush forests in search of that missing piece. It may have automated battles, but each bot you collect has a variety of abilities at their disposal, and watching them fight for their lives in the colorfully chaotic arenas is satisfying. With its dizzying robot varieties and zones to discover, it receives a play score of 8.43. Ranked 8th is Huntdown. Coffee-stained side-scrolling retro shooter takes us back to the good old days of 80s gaming. Metal Slug and Contra veterans will find this a great substitute in the modern gaming market. Take control of a group of bounty hunters as they hit their marks in a sprawling cyberpunk city. Its arcadey run-and-gun gameplay fits well to its mobile platform, especially on Android. With responsive touch controls and challenging level variety, Huntdown offers hours and hours of platforming action. Critics and gamers love its synthwave style and its numerous selection of guns, and it receives a play score of 8.44. 7th in the rankings is My Time at Portia. This isn't the first time My Time at Portia found itself in one of our lists. Despite being a mix of farming sim legends like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, there's something just uniquely comforting about its formula. For a game that was released on more powerful platforms like the PC and consoles, this mobile port delivers on all the key experiences of the original. Its well-loved crafting system is wonderfully preserved here, as well as all the harvesting, exploring, and romancing that its RPG formula allows. It's no stranger to issues though. You may find a few cracks in its gameplay loop, especially after a few hours in, but if you can get past them, My Time at Portia is a fun treat. It receives a play score of 8.49.
Lawrence, at last! This isn't Lawrence, which means Lawrence is still missing. You're the right person for the job.
6th spot is Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassins. Kaigen Games' interactive fiction is a short and unique Doctor Who experience. From the makers of Simulacra and Sarah is Missing, Lonely Assassins takes us on a special Whovian adventure packed into a found phone mystery. Though the genre isn't exactly new, using the premise alongside the much-loved sci-fi series has been a welcome surprise. For pocket gamer Stephen Gregson Wood, quote, "The story is well written and all the nods to the show are a delight to discover," unquote. It can be a tad bit intimidating if you haven't heard of Doctor Who before, let alone the terrifying nature of the Weeping Angels. But if you're one of the series' many fans, then its handful of scares and puzzles will keep you entertained. A play score of 8.52. Before the next game on our list, we're taking a moment to talk about this video's sponsor, Gold Inc. If you're a fan of making a few bucks from your game playing hours, then look no further. There's some real-life gold in them there hills.
Yeah, boy.
Not only is Gold Inc. a play-to-earn game, but it's also free to play. All you have to do is build your own gold mining empire from scratch. The journey won't be simple. Thankfully, you'll get $10 million in cash to work with. Use this to get the equipment to jumpstart your business and to set up defenses to protect yourselves from your cutthroat competitors. There won't be a gold rush all the time though. Some days it's just gonna be ores, but not to worry. You can sell these to buy more fuel to keep your digging days going. And when you do hit the jackpot, you can turn it into real-life riches by converting everything to their gold-backed cryptocurrency, the GXB, available on the Apollo wallet. As with anything NFT, it's much better if you get in early. It's only going to get more competitive from here on out. Get a head start by downloading it for free using the links in our description box. Don't forget to use our code 414-525-46 upon signing up. Smack dabbed at 5th place is Queen Rock Tour, a rhythm game for one of the biggest bands in the world. Rock Tour doesn't reinvent the wheel, but millions of fans around the world have loved what this game offers. If you enjoy Queen's music, this lets you jam to the band's many popular tunes that shook the music world. And even if you're not a fan, there's a certain caliber that this game brings that makes it stand out compared to most rhythm games on the Play Store. It's clear that the devs put their hard work into its art style and direction. The gameplay doesn't feel cheap with enough variations and harder difficulties. It received a play score of 8.57.
He's fast, fearless, has special abilities, and sticks to the wall with his tongue?
Ranked 4th is Super Mombo Quest. With so many platformers on the mobile, it's important to create your very own formula. Super Mombo Quest manages to do it just right. The blistering pace of its levels and its unpredictable challenges is reminiscent of the iconic Super Meat Boy. Despite its linearity, there's also a bit of Metroidvania at play. Exploration is a key element of this game, encouraging you to trace back your steps to solve its puzzles. With only 4 moves at your disposal, maximizing these simple input controls is important. The devs did their research when it comes to its responsiveness. Quote, "The controls can be a little bit sticky, but when they work, there's a brilliant flow to Super Mombo Quest that keeps you on the edge of your seat." Unquote. A play score of 8.59. Up at 3rd is Tears of Themis. A romance sim isn't something you'd usually expect on a best games list, but MiHoYo saw through our rabid Genshin Impact thirst and brought us an experience we can really dive into. Even as an otome, Tears of Themis is unique. It cleverly balances the all-out dating aspect with a detective mystery, luring us further into its story while their perfectly sculpted bachelors sneak into our hearts, and MiHoYo into our wallets. Yes, it's still a gacha game, and that comes with its own hangups. On the other hand, knowing how well loved it is despite its snail-paced slow burn and MiHoYo's sneaky in-app purchases, just shows how firm the game's grasp is on its audience. As one reviewer notes, quote, "Given how engaging the romance is, the sly tactic is definitely effective." Unquote. It receives a play score of 8.79. 2nd place is Baba Is You. This multi-award winning indie puzzler really knows its audience. Baba Is You received numerous praise for its playful attempt at the genre. Although it looks deceptively simple, the rules are bendable. Even the game gives in to its 4th wall breaks. One moment you feel like you're the smartest person in the world, and the next you feel like an idiot for missing a clue. Once you get a hang of its formula though, it will keep you wanting more. This recent port to Android devices is the ideal brain teaser at the palm of your hand. Its recent update added 100 more levels to tickle your brains. Quote, "This is an audacious, engaging puzzle game that's every bit as good on mobile as it is on PC and Switch." Unquote. It has a play score of 8.84. And the best Android game this year at 1st place is Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery. Akupara Games' interactive story doesn't overstay its welcome to give you a grounded story about a struggling artist. Like Annapurna's Florence, this tale will wow you with its pleasing art style and melancholic soundtrack. All you have to do is press the right buttons. Games like these come once in a blue moon, and its best experience on a cozy day. Even Pocket Gamer agrees. It's short, meaningful, and it will leave a lasting impression for those craving a bittersweet story. A play score of 8.86.